everyone. This is Carla, and I'm very happy that you guys are on day 2 of this 5-day training. This is a week on the life of a Beachbody coach. And the reason why you're here is probably because you either you sign up as a coach and you haven't started, or you are considering becoming a coach, or you are in the referral program, kind of like just getting your shakes with a discount and just wondering about the business opportunity. So, Angela and I, we decided we're going to do a training like this so you guys can see what we do as coaches, and hopefully we can help you out. Just clarify some um, some of the most important concepts that we do as coaches. Okay, so the lesson for today is it's relationship building, and I'm going to explain to you why or what will be your biggest asset as a business owner. Okay, so before we go into relationship building, I just want to say something that's very important. And this is a concept that I want everybody to understand really well, because as Beachbody coaches, we are not selling. We're sharing. Beachbody is not about selling, it is about sharing. And I'm just going to give you a couple of examples. The number one example I'm going to use is my cleaning lady. I met this person 7 years ago when I just had my second baby, and I was completely overwhelmed with cleaning and life and everything. Just having a new baby, I had my other daughter wasn't even 2 years old, so I had a toddler on diapers. I had a new baby, and I was completely overwhelmed with everything. And a friend of mine recommended me her cleaning lady. Her name is Maria. The cleaning lady's name is Maria. And the moment that she finished, the first day she worked in my house, I was just, wow! The feeling I got was just amazing because I saw the value of it. I stopped seeing the cost of having her. Of course, it's very expensive. Of course, I knew I couldn't afford it because I wasn't working. But then when I realized the value of her, then I realized that it was worth paying for, even if it's just once a week. Well, back then it was every other week. And if it had been once a month, it would have been worth it. And not only did I see the value of that, as my husband saw the value of that because I was happier, of course. I was in a better mood. I was not as tired. I still clean my house like the everyday cleaning, but Maria was the one who was doing the deep cleaning, the scrubbing, like I could absolutely see the difference. So, where I'm going to here is that when somebody on Facebook posts anything about, like for example, a friend of mine was like, oh my God, it's the weekend. I cannot believe I really want to go to the beach, but I have to stay home and I have to do my cleaning. And then what do? I just go ahead and say, hey, you know what? I have this amazing cleaning lady. She comes to my house. She's awesome. I love her. Just, give her a call and just try her because you have to see her to believe the way she cleans. And then the thing is that I like what Maria brings into my life so much that I talk about her a lot. Right? I don't get any commissions. I've gotten Maria so many clients from, all these 7 years of her working with me and me talking to my friends whenever the opportunity comes. I'm not talking about her all the time, but when I see someone posting or when I see someone requesting information, then I talk about her, and I've gotten her several customers. She doesn't give me any commission, yet I still talk about her and I recommend her. The other example that I'm going to share with you is my husband loves cars. And this is one car that he had a while ago. I think this was before we had kids. And he loved his car so much that he helped a couple of friends buy the exact same car, not a new one. I mean, they found a used one at a really great price, But my point is, he was not getting any commissions from the dealer or from BMW. I mean, nobody even sent him a thank you card, but yet he was talking about something that he truly liked. And that's the same way we go about Beachbody and specifically Shakeology. If you're in this training, most likely you have tried the shake and most likely you already like it. So the way we share our love for Shakeology is the same principle. It's the same way I talk about Maria. Is the same way my husband talks about the car that he loved, and he wishes he had again. um, but that's the way we talk about this. We're not selling. Is very, very different. Now, the only difference between me recommending Maria and recommending Shakeology is that when I recommend Shakeology and someone purchases the shake, then I get a thank you card with, or instead of a thank you card, pretty much I get my commission as a thank you card, right? So Beachbody is nice enough to send me referral money every time I get someone or I find someone who needs Shakeology and purchases, then I get my commission. That's what we do. Okay. So now, once you understand that, we're not about selling, we're about sharing. But if you think about who am I going to be selling to or who am I going to be sharing with? And this is when it comes your biggest asset as a business owner, because you are, even if you sign up as just a discount coach, you sign up also to have a business, the opportunity to run your own business. Okay. So, as a business owner, your biggest asset is your contact list. No one is able to open a business without a contact list. You have to invite someone to your grand opening, right? So you're going to have a hair salon. And what are you going to do when you open the doors? Of course, you're going to tell all your friends. Of course, you're going to tell all your contacts. And maybe they are not going to be your first customers, but they're probably going to know someone else who can come to your hair salon. So the same happens with Beachbody. You need a contact list. So that's why we have this amazing tool that it's called the memory jogger. And the memory jogger, this is what I made of a memory jogger. It's not the one that we got from Beachbody, but this is something similar to what I made. And I just started thinking about places and people related to those places. And even if it's an online place, it is still, a place. It's not a physical location. But for example, on Facebook, when I started as a Beachbody coach, I already had over 100 contacts on Facebook, right? So you got some people, write their names down. You know people from your kids' school. If you're a mom, I'm sure you have met other parents. Your kids have had play dates. Your kids have gone to preschool, or you went to mommy and me class. I mean, there's got to be contacts that you have done through your kids. So there's another column for that. Services. Think about all the services. You have a dentist, you have a doctor, you have a pediatrician, you have a car wash, you have a mechanic, anyone that has provided you a service that you have built a relationship with, even if it's just business related, you can always reach out to people that you know and tell them, hey, guess what? I'm open for business. All right. I'm sure you have been their client. I'm sure they will be happy to either be your client or send you some clients. When it comes to services, I didn't put it here, but your hairdresser, it's a great person to reach out to, because a hairdresser is someone who has a lot of time to talk to people, and a lot of people talk about their issues with weight control. So whenever someone comes to your hairdresser and complains about wanting to lose pounds, your hairdresser is going to be like, oh, hold on a minute. I know someone who can help you out. All right. So maybe it's not going to be specifically your hairdresser, but all those people that this person already knows. Think about your neighbors, your present neighbors, your past neighbors, people that you have known from where you live. Go to your phone contact list. Not everybody's on Facebook. Not everybody's on Twitter. Not all the contacts are in your email list. So go on your phone and see who's there that you don't have in the other lists. And as you see here, you can build different lists from different people, like email. I didn't put email here, but you can put contacts from your email. There might not be the same people. So go ahead and write it down. And I have some news for you. If you don't write it down, just having them on your email, having them on your mind doesn't make any difference. You really have to take a piece of paper, a pen, and write them down. Even if you're going to have this list digitally, if you're going to have a Excel spreadsheet, you should always write it down first. That's the way it's going to come out of your head with a pen in your hand. I bet you're going to come with a list of at least 100 people. And don't you think that with a list of 100 people, don't you think you can have a business? I'm sure you bet you do. You bet you do. So work on your list and you will see. You will be very, very surprised at how many people comes from your list. Okay, so here's the reality. If you don't have a list, you don't have a business. If you don't have a list, you don't have a business. If you're going to run a business, you have to be a business. You have to be open for business. When you have a list, you are turning on the sign and say, hey, I'm open for business. Then you can invite people, you can build relationships, you can do a lot of things once you have the list. So that's the step number one. Okay. So, talking about building relationships, you want to know that building a relationship, having a relationship doesn't happen overnight. I'm sure you already have a lot of people who are your friends, who are close to you. You don't have to really invest a lot of time on them because you've already been investing time on them. But on that list, if you get a list of 100 people, you might find out that a lot of those people, you haven't find out about them in a while. You haven't reached out to them or they haven't reached out to you. Everybody's busy with their lives. So you really want to realize, you have to know the fact that it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a process. You cannot throw the Beachbody challenge at them just from nothing. If there is a friend that you haven't talked to in 5 years, and then you send them a message and you say, hey, Kathy, how are you? Hey, listen, I'm doing a challenge group next week. Are you interested? You know what I think of someone that comes to me like that? I mean, I've had a couple of people doing that with Mary Kay. I mean, they never talk to me, but then all of a sudden they come to me and they're like, "Oh, can I have a party at your house with Mary Kay?" And I'm like, "No, no, maybe later, but just not right now because it's a little offensive." They want to know that you really care about them and that you do actually have a relationship with them. So just make sure you're going to have to take the time to start building and planting those seeds into your friendships. Okay? So, I just wrote down these rules that I got from an excellent book. It's a book called How to Make Friends and Influence People. I've heard wonderful things about this book many, many, many times. And then I realized I really wanted to read it. So, I read the book and I absolutely loved it. This book was written in 1937, and the principles are just so universal. They apply to any time in life. Um, and there's actually this new version that it's called How to Make Friends and Influence People in the Digital Age. And I think it's if we need more of that, even more now than never before, because social media has done something really crazy with relationships. They are just completely different. They're not the same as they used to be before. So now more than ever, we need to take care of the relationships that we have, especially if you're running a business. So the rule number one is do not make any assumptions. So don't judge or don't make that decision for them. If you have a friend who runs and eats healthy, and don't think, oh, this person is not going to be interested in a challenge group. They might be interested in the business opportunity, probably. Who knows? But you don't know. Someone probably thought that, imagine if somebody have haven't my coach Ann Parker, she came to me, she knew I was already exercising, she knew that I already ate healthy food, yet she presented the business opportunity to me, and I'm so grateful for that because she didn't make the assumption for me. And I'm very grateful. I am very grateful to have had this opportunity on my hands right now. So, number one, do not make any assumptions. Number two, be interested on them. Try not to be interesting, talking about your life, talking about what's going on with you. Try to be interested on what's going on with them. That's how they're going to know that they are important to you. When you are interested on them, when you ask questions, when you're like, so when did you get married? How did you meet your husband? How did you meet so and so? Not your husband, but I'll go to number four in a minute. You want to talk about their names, okay? So did you get married to, I don't know, Jeff? Awesome. When did you marry Jeff? So use their names. Don't say your children or your husband. Say their names. And then, well, number three, I skipped this one. You have to smile, even if they cannot see you. You really want to have a smile on your face because people can tell. People can totally tell when you're smiling and when you're not. So make sure you're smiling when you're on the phone or when you're writing a message or when you're posting. Smile. It's going to change the way things come out of you. It's going to be a happy thought, a happy comment. All right? Number five, talk less, listen more. Same is very related to number two. Talk less, listen more. Listen to what they have to, but listen with open heart. Engage. This is number six. Engage with your heart. Sometimes we just hear what they're talking about, but are we listening? It is a really good idea to even take notes. One of the very successful Beachbody coaches, she talked about having a contact journal. And she has this little notebook and she puts the name of the person that she talks to that day. And she writes down everything, like the names of their husbands, the names of their children. So that means that she's truly listening with her heart. She's putting attention. It's not just hearing what these people have to say and just waiting for the opportunity to throw the Beachbody pitch. It's not like that. You really want to listen. You really want to find a way to grow a relationship with this person. Number seven, find common ground. If that person has children, you have children. If that person lives in a big city, and you probably live in a big city, so there's going to be something that you guys have in common. Only then, only then, when they know you have been engaged with their conversation, then you can talk about your story. Then you can talk about the things that you've been doing. And sometimes it takes days, sometimes weeks. All right? So it's like I said, it's not going to happen overnight and it's okay. I'm going to hurry up because I really want to do this a 20-minute video and I am on I only have a couple of minutes left. So we share what we love. We love the shake and that's something that you should not be afraid of. Share your love. Just like when I see someone complaining about having to clean and then I go ahead and I talk about Maria. That's the same way when I see someone talking about their struggles with weight loss, I go ahead and I say, "Hey, listen, I am drinking. I've been drinking this shake and I absolutely love it. Would you like to hear more about it?" But this is something that it's going to happen after this person already trusts you, right? So here's your homework. You're going to have to do a memory jogger. We're going to post in this group the document that you can follow, or you can make your own. You can just tweak it a little bit and make your own. And you're going to reach out to two people every day this week with a short message just to catch up and try to make these two people someone who you haven't been in touch with for a while. And that's going to be a little challenging, okay? So it's not easy sometimes to do that. Sometimes you really need to do some uncomfortable things, but they will become comfortable as you keep going. So from now until the end of the week, reach out to two different people every day. Just send a quick message to catch up with them, okay? An example. Hey, so and so. Oh, by the way, before you reach out to them, before you send a message, especially if you're going to do this on Facebook, go on their wall, take 5 minutes and go on this person's wall and see what this person has been up to, because you may find out that, for example, they just had a baby or they just went on an amazing vacation. They just took this super cool trip. So that's a conversation started, right? So the message can be, hey, Lisa, I saw your Facebook pictures. I saw that you went on this trip to Bora Bora. How cool is that? Tell me a little bit about that. I mean, I've been dying to go for a while. How was it? Oh my God, this is a great way to start a conversation with someone who you haven't been able to talk to in a very long time. All right, this is the advice of two ladies who are pretty amazing. Trina Gray is in our upline, Angela's and mine, and Chris Griffin's too. So I guess they're in your upline as well. They're both in our upline. They're coaches. They've been doing Beachbody for 4 years. I think Trina has been a Beachbody coach for 4 or 5 years, and she's already made um, millions. So this is what they have to say about relationships: is make more friends every day and be helpful. That's all you have to do to have a business. When you help people, then everything else falls in place. Okay? So, thank you so much for listening to this video. I think I actually went for 20 minutes, a little over 20 minutes. Thank you for listening. Remember to do your homework. After you do your homework, please post under this video, post done, and also share with us how many contacts you put on your memory jogger document. All right? Thank you so much, and see you guys later. Bye.